The start of the baseball season about a month away, and this week, Fresno State junior third baseman Murph Gray getting a prestigious honor. The Madera native was named to the 2025 Perfect Game preseason All-American second team. Now, last season, Gray hit nearly 361 games with 10 homers and 52 ribbies, and he caught fire during the Mountain West tourney on his way to being named that tournament's MVP. Yeah, the season opener for the baseball program against BYU on Friday, February 14th, Valentine's Day. So date night at the ballpark, Coach?
That's right, yeah. Bring your date.
All right, Ryan Overland, the head coach of the Bulldog baseball program, is joining me. And let's start by talking, before we get into the season preview, just about Murph. I mean, he lit it up in the Cape Cod League over the summer. What's his ceiling this year?
Yeah, he's had a pretty special run here going back to the last season, which still 10 home runs, 52 RBIs for anybody is a pretty good year. But, really caught a stride at the end of the year, carried in the summer, had a tremendous fall with us. And, I know he's looking forward to a big year. And he's a joy to coach every day, especially the leadership he's bringing now as a junior and just being there for the teammates every day. And wanting to win another championship is the most important thing to him.
Kind of an interesting season. Every year you lose guys, right? But you lost some big-time offensive weapons and team guys as well. You know, Tommy Hopfee. You lost Ben Newton up the middle there as well off last year's team. Who are a couple position players that you're expecting to make a big impact this year? Yeah,
last year's team we had a lot of seniors with a lot of experience that you go into the year and can look on paper and see what guys have done before. And to lose guys like Hopfee and Newton, Tyler Davis, Grady Morgan, some seniors that played every day and did really well for us to win a championship and get into a regional. But a lot of times replacing that, you look and you're a little unsure what's going to be. But we got a lot of guys that I'm really excited about because they've been in our program for a year or two and maybe didn't get the time any of us wanted on the field the last couple of years, and they're going to get rewarded for it this year of working every day. And Sky Collins from Buchanan High School, Caden Munster, who redshirted last year from Clovis West, Lee Trevino, some local guys that are going to step in and make a good impact for us.
And pitching wise, right-handed pitcher Jack Anker, Tulare Western alum, is back. He had some injury issues last year. You tell me he's fully healthy and ready to go. I mean, he was solid to begin the year last year.
Yeah, we got a couple more days till we can be with the guys after a 34-day break. But yeah, he went into the break healthy, and we're excited for a good year from him. And I know obviously staying healthy and staying on the field for his teammates is going to be a big thing for Jack this year. And again, another guy taking into more of a leadership role when you lose some guys.
When you kind of look at your roster big picture, what do you think the strengths are going to be? Is it going to be pitching? Is it going to be hitting? Is it going to be a combo of the both?
Yeah, I think this team is excited to have a good balance of, you got to, especially in our league, you got to be able to win different ways on different days. We're going to have games in this Mountain West and elevation and wind that you're going to have to win 12-10, and the next day maybe win 3-2. But we'll be older and experienced, and especially carrying last year's championship experience into this year. We've got a lot of guys that know what it's like to, finish the year in a dog pile and play in the NCAA tournament, and now as a program it's about doing it again and keep stacking those on top of each other.
I was going to ask you about that. What does that do for a team's mindset when they know that they've gotten it done like they did in the tourney last year?
Yeah, it's definitely a different mindset. Is it better or worse? Sometimes if you haven't had it yet, maybe you're a little more hungry to get there, and like that group last year was. And that's what being a Bulldog is about, and, winning championships and getting to a regional. So now we got guys that know what it's like and know the taste. It's about carrying it forward and building upon it. We got a locker room full of guys that are excited to back it up.
And you were mentioning Washington State's in the Mountain West in baseball only this year. A lot of people may not be familiar with that. And so you open with BYU in the Big 12. Then you have another home series with Cal State Fullerton. This is going to be some fun baseball right out of the gates there at Biden Field. Yeah,
and there's first 7 games at home, which will be good for us. But we're definitely going to challenge these guys the first 4 weekends. Like you said, BYU, a Big 12 opponent, Cal State Fullerton, one of the best programs on the West Coast. And then we'll go to Santa Barbara, where we went to a regional last year, which they didn't lose at home during the regular season, and we'll go out to TCU the next week. So bringing Washington State into the league, there's a little more balance to the schedule with 10 straight weeks of league. So you're able to, as a scheduling standpoint, you don't have to worry about your buys being later in the year, and you're kind of left with who you're matched up with, who else has a bye when you're trying to find a bye in April or May. So overall, that should be a good thing for the league and for our team to be tested early.
And of course, before the actual season gets going, the unofficial start to the season, right, is the alumni game on Saturday, February 1st. Real quickly, Ryan, what are you looking forward to most, and who might be there? Aaron Judge, maybe this year?
that would be good to have the American League MVP out there for us. It'd be tough for our guys to face him and a tough out to get. But yeah, that weekend was a great way to start the year. The day before, on January 31st, we'll have our golf tournament and double play dinner where we'll honor the 24 championship team and get the championship rings out. And then the next day, February 1st, at 1 o'clock with our alumni game, which is always a challenge for our guys. But it's good because you get to that point in the year, you're ready to play somebody else. So it's good to get the uniform on and get some of those jitters out of the way in a game that is an exhibition, but still, maybe playing the team that wants to beat you and wants you to be as challenged as anybody we're going to face all year.
Maybe even you'll see Ryan Overland take an at-bat in that game, possibly?
That's the goal, is to not have other guys out there than me, that's for sure.
All right, that's head coach Ryan Overland of the Diamond Dogs. Coach, thanks as always for coming by. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.